Well, hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of Mental Cave! Well, how's it going, folks? It's the end of February here, so, I'm trying to make good on my promise of trying to have a new metal cave at least once a month, or do it every month. So here we are, down to the wire, but that's how I do things. So anyhow, today's going to be a little different. We're going to do a Q&A or a FAQ or whatever you want to call it. You guys are going to ask me some questions, and I'm going to do my best to answer them for you. So I've done this before, slightly unsuccessfully, but I scoured through the comments of old YouTube videos and looked on Facebook, and I actually have 18 or 19 questions, so we're gonna go through them today, and like I said, I'll do my best to answer them for you. Oh, by the way, before we get going with it, I'm gonna show off my new coffee cup here, my fingerprints all over it. Good friend of mine, YouTuber Lee Armitage. I don't know if you can see that. Great guy, great channel. You should check him out. He's the evil wizard. The evil wizard, Lee Armitage. So, the cup's great. The coffee, I've had better. So, anyhow, let's get going with this. Let's see here. First question. Rex Brianas, whatever. It's 10 months ago, so you can see how far back I had to go to even get a Q&A together. Pathetic. Anyway, here's the Q. What's the most memorable experience in your music career? Well, that's a good question. I've been playing music for a lot of years, and played in cover bands, one cover band in particular for a really long time, and we just played classic rock covers mainly, 70s and 80s rock. And we did a lot of shows, played around Ohio, state, just here in my home state, but never done any huge things. It's just been clubs, bars, typical gigs that most of us do, and there's a lot of good memories through that. But some of my biggest memories have really came within the last couple of years, and that's when I pieced together a home studio and started making my own music. I do instrumental rock and metal-ish, no vocals, but all the pieces of it I do it all myself, and mix it myself and all that, so it's just from my brain only, and that's been really enjoyable. Graves of the Innocent is the name of my solo project, if you didn't know, and you can find it anywhere. I mean, if you punch in Graves of the Innocent on Spotify, YouTube, whatever, you're gonna find me, because at least I haven't ran across another one yet with that name. But that's been great. Joining the All England Facebook page. I've met some really good people there, and got to meet them in person, some of them at NAMM, right before the COVID thing hit, the last winter NAMM that we had in California. Several of us from that group, or the Discord group that he has, were there and got to meet each other in person. That was a great memory. A lot of things have happened for me, more so from getting active in an online community and with other musicians, and then also making my own music. More has happened since I started doing that than all the years of playing music live and bars and stuff, covers. But got an artist endorsement by Skull Strings, which was fantastic. That was kind of a result of being at NAMM. an artist endorsement from Solar Guitars, and an artist endorsement from Chicken Picks. So these guys, they're great picks. Those have all been awesome things. So that's, you know, the last couple of years are probably the top of my list. That's your long answer. Holy crap! If we spend this much time on every question, we're gonna be sitting here for 3 hours. Q for you. Yeah, that's 2 Q's in a row. Is it so much effort to write the word question? Anyway, this is Jared Smith, 10 months ago. Q for you. You rock on guitar. Well, thank you, buddy. You rock on guitar, but you haven't shown us one thing you can do on other instruments. Are you able to slay the ukulele? Well, unfortunately, Jared Smith, the ukulele is just a little bit too metal for me. I can't do much with that. I do play this thing a little bit. You know, usually I use it as like a more of like a MIDI controller. It's just an old Casio keyboard I've had for a long time. And that's what I use it for mainly now. I don't use the sounds that are built into it for anything. But yeah, I fiddle around with this thing sometimes. So yeah, I can play that a little bit for you if you want. Let's see. I'm just gonna play it right out of the speaker of the keyboard. It's just quick. Last note was wrong. Anyway, yeah, that's enough of that. But yeah, I can play piano a little bit, and you know, then I use this keyboard controller for other sounds in songs that I've made. If I'm doing anything that's slightly symphonic or anything like that, you know, it's actually played on the keys. So yeah, good question. No uke for me, too metal. In December, official, 10 months ago. Questions for the next FAQ. I can see Pat. Not a question. Part 2. Number 2. Do you have a Louise yourself? Well, Louise is Old England's wife. And yes, I have a Louise. She's kind of shy though. I've asked her about coming on the show before, and not a thing. Not a thing. But yeah, I got a Louise, and we have a little boy, and we have a little girl dog named Margaret that some of you may have seen before. Question 3 of this 3-part series. Please do play that 51-53 combo of yours. Shit. Thanks, man. No. Alright, next question. Angry German, 7 months ago. How do stay that sexy during the dark times with the deadly virus and more deadly people? Well, I gotta tell you, Angry German, it's not easy. You know, I don't wake up just looking like this. Takes a couple hours in the morning to do my face up and get my hair right, and then put a hat on top of it, and you know, gotta comb the beard a little bit and trim it up, and you know, wash all your parts. So yeah, it's a lot of work. I appreciate the compliment. It's kind of awkward. Thank you though. Let's see here. Kevin Pumala, 7 months ago. What was your favorite part of Winter NAMM? Well, this is a couple questions in one, but first part, what was your favorite part of Winter NAMM. The whole thing was cool. My wife came with me. She didn't get to come to the actual event or festivities at NAMM, but that was really cool, honestly. I mean, everything at NAMM was awesome, but just getting some time away with my wife. We were there for almost a week, basically, and so, after the NAMM show every day, she and I would go out and do something. So, and actually the last day, I didn't hang around for the very, very last day of NAMM, which, it's usually a wrap-up day anyway. Some of the booths will already be gone. We just took the day to go drive around. We went to, to go see the big Hollywood emblem in the hills, and we went into Beverly Hills, and we went over to Skid Row, and just all around parts that, were close by that I'd like to see before we headed back to the airport and came home that evening. So, yeah, that was probably my favorite part. There was other, obviously, great parts. Getting to meet a lot of guys. Kevin's one of the guys I got to meet, but just having some time away with my wife. You don't get that a lot once you have kids sometimes. So, let's see. Which celebrities had you the most starstruck? Well, that's another good question. Honestly, a lot of the people I actually got to meet were just big YouTubers. Which, I mean, obviously today, that's a big thing too, YouTube and online music is, it's kind of like live music now because there's no live shows to even go to anyway. But, some of those big YouTubers, I'd watched the videos for years. I mean, I got to run into, who all did I see? I guess the biggest one, obviously, was Ola England. That's who I was there to see to begin with. And I saw Jared Dines. Who else did I see? Man, why is his name not rolling off my tongue right now? Excellent guitarist, plays in the... He's got the big afro, who I'm talking about. He does this stuff with Leo Marcelli every once in a while. That's why I actually first... that's my first song. Whatever, I'm an idiot. I can't remember his name now. But yeah, it was really cool seeing him. And then, who all did I see playing? I waited in line forever for Jerry Cantrell, and something was going on. He was late. He did end up showing up at some point later in the day, but I didn't get to see him. I saw Jeff Loomis. That was awesome. Who else? To meet Pierre Nelson. That was freaking incredible. Shook his hand. I got to meet Jen Majura. I even got my picture taken with her. Well, both of them actually. So, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people I actually, really look up to there. So, it was, it was a once in a lifetime experience. If I never get to go again, obviously it was a once in a lifetime experience. But it was also an expensive trip for me. So even if I do get to go again, I don't know when I will go because, like I said with the kids, we had to have our son watched for the time that we were gone and all that. But I hope to go again. It was awesome. So, and it was kick-ass to meet you there and so many others. Absolutely. It's great to meet you and, all of us, it's kind of cool that most of us have stayed in touch and talk weekly, monthly, daily, some of us. So, yeah, really cool. Eric DeRue. Always wondered what your credit card number was and security code. Idiot. Peter Fredlin. Does the carpet match the drapes? The carpet in here is red and the curtains are black. The walls are black. I think it all kind of goes together. Looks all right to me. So, wait a second. I think I know what you're talking about here. So you're lucky that this comment didn't get banned off of Facebook and you get a 30-day censorship. Jimmy Christmas. 2021, you can't be making references like that. Come on, Peter Fredland. Rex Browners again. I want to see you doing podcast and talk all of kinds of topic. Can we see that in the future? And then there's some smiley, slanty-eyed guy. I don't know what that's. Again, you know, what is this? That's 2021. It's 2021. Is this some kind of reference making fun of Asian people with the eyes and whatever you're doing here? You know, come on. 2021. I'm not even going to answer that. I might have done a podcast. I might have thought of it at one time, but since you just think it's so funny to make fun of Asian people, no, I'm not doing it now. Next question. That's Peter Fredland. Again, Peter Fredland. Plugins or real amp? Well, you know, at home, first of all, that 5150 sitting there, that guy that wants my credit card number asked me to play one of the questions. I got a lot of years of use out of that, playing live, and now that it's here, unfortunately, it's kind of more of an ornament because I don't get a lot of opportunities here to be really loud. All the songs that I record are using plugins and through headphones, so I can be quiet. It's very convenient. I get to create music and practice guitar and all those things any time of the day or night without bothering anybody else in the house or disturbing, you know, my son from going to sleep. So I end up now today using plugins far more than I do real amps. So in terms of convenience, I think plugins are awesome. And as many have said, I mean, the quality of sound with many of them today is very close. I mean, if you're just the average listener and you don't use the stuff yourself, or you're not a musician yourself, most people are gonna have a hard time knowing, hey, he's using Neural DSP, that's not a tube amp. They're not gonna know. So yeah, here at home, it's mainly plugins for me. Now, if I was to go play live, so thanks, good question. Robin Flink, would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? Man, that's a tough one. I think I would take one horse-sized duck, only because my cardio is not that great, and I'm guessing that if a duck was oversized to be a horse, its cardio is not going to be that great, and I'd probably try to give it the old rope-a-dope type thing, the old Ali rope-a-dope, and you know, let him tire himself out, and then I'd go in for the kill. I think that's what I would do. You have horse-sized ducks over where you live? We don't have anything like that here. We'll have to look that up on the old Google or something. Alright, good question. Dustin Lyons. Is George still doing okay? With the pandemic and all, I've been kind of worried. With the pandemic and all, I've been kind of worried. Well, that's nice of you. Except for that little face you put on there on the very end. I mean, that's getting borderline like that other guy. You know, it's not funny. It's 2021. I don't even want to go there again. 2021. Stop the slanted eye things. Anyhow, George is actually not okay, I got a letter from George in the mail recently. Package. He sent me some coffee. It's actually this coffee I'm drinking right now. That is terrible. Oh, terrible coffee. But he passed away. So, no explanation. Just that he died. And, we had a really strange relationship anyway. When George and I first got together, we'd known each other for a long time. And, I had been trying to make a more serious go of being a professional musician and have that be my only income, and, it didn't work out. So I was kind of down on my luck. He moved me in here. We were going to start doing this show together. He was going to produce it. It was actually going pretty well in the beginning, other than the fact, at the end of the show, I was always going to do a metal song, like a cover. And George would pick it, and he didn't know metal from a hole in the ground. I mean, he would pick stuff like Milli Vanilli or Bell Biv DeVoe, just whatever the name is, DeVoe, garbage like that. I'm sorry if that offended you, if you like those artists, those people. Sorry. 2021, you gotta be careful. You gotta be very careful about offending people. But anyway, so started off good, other than the songs per my taste that he would pick at the end of every episode. And then, he started getting really weird. And all of a sudden he told me one day that he had to go and asked me to watch over the place while I was gone. And I didn't know where he was going, what he was doing. And then when I would talk to him, he was talking about crazy stuff about the Terminators coming, and John Smith, or John Connor talking about this guy all the time. And I don't know, just some really weird stuff happened. Then all of a sudden, this guy, I asked me to fix his guitar, this Alaskan guy, and I think he was referenced to me from George. I fixed the guy's guitar. He comes and then he never makes it back. His mother's getting a hold of me, worried, sick. They never did find the guy, and I'm still a suspect. I mean, it's kind of a cold case now, but all these things resulted because of George. And like I said, the relationship really just got very strange. And then one day he told me he didn't know when he'd be back. Just keep the place, move my family in, and then I just stopped hearing from him until, I got this. And he sent me this he sent me this coffee, and just a note in there saying that if you're reading this, I'm no longer here. But, the weird thing is I still sometimes, it's like, I feel his presence here more now than I did when he was gone. Just weird things kind of happening, noises. I hear his voice say something or whatever. So, I don't know. But anyway, yeah. George is dead. So, next question. Lisa Simpson. Can I adopt Margaret? Well, Margaret is a handful, and she's actually because I know Lisa. It's Lee Armitage's wife, and they live overseas. Margaret is actually a domestic terrorist. I don't think that I could get her to you. So she's terrorized my life ever since I brought her into it, and she's on a watch list. So I don't think you're gonna have much luck getting her back home across the big pond there. So sorry, Lisa. Ben Bosworth. How long can you stay outside during the upcoming polar vortex? Actually, the polar vortex has passed now, and I spend a lot of time outside shoveling the driveway over and over and over. So yeah, I don't know what else to say to that. Kind of a weird question. Thank you though. Lee Armitage. Lee Armitage. Will George make an appearance? No, actually I just went through...
Excuse me?
What the hell? Did you hear that?
I've been here the whole time.
George?
Only my body is gone. I live in this skull now.
You live in the skull now?
Is there an echo in this cave, you idiot?
Oh my god. You know, I was trying to somewhat be sympathetic toward what happened, but in all honesty, I was glad you were gone. Now you're gonna be here every day? What did I do to deserve this life? What did I do?
Don't worry, fool. Our time together will be short.
Well, there you have it, Lee. Yeah, apparently George is making an appearance. And he's not gone after all. Right there's George for you. Fan-freaking-tastic. Next question. Smitty Smith. How do you play guitar having two glass eyes? Foul. I don't know what that last part is, but I actually don't have glass eyes. I don't know where you might have heard that. Maybe you got it confused. You know, it's brass balls. Next question. Avi Sanchez. Why do people park on driveways and drive on parkways? Well, Avi, I mean, I think that's a perfect example of humanity. That's the weird stuff we do. That's the stupid backward stuff we say, and yet we've somehow made it to Mars. Life's great mysteries. Next question. Kevin Pumala, again. What was your favorite moment or moments from NAMM 2020, and what are your goals for NAMM 2022? And Kevin, you're very concerned about NAMM and what it means to me. So thank you for your concern. I'm just kidding you. Well, I kind of went through some of my favorite moments of NAMM, so we'll go on to goals for NAMM 2022. Maybe just to get there at this point. Like I said, you know, it was tough for us to go the last time, and then, you know, obviously the pandemic's made it tough for anybody to go do anything since then. So I just hope it happens, and getting there would be my biggest goal again. You know, hopefully it works out. I don't know, but I'd love for a lot of us to be able to have a get together like that again. And hang out and go check out Boost together and just spend some quality time. I mean, that was a lot of fun. And you know, we went to dinner one night with Ola and Louise, and you know, some of the guys that commented here were there, and we all hung out and talked, and yeah, it was a really good time. It was a really good time. So that's my biggest goal, that I get there and we all get there. So thanks, Kevin. Jack Slater. When do you adopt me? Well, you know what, Jack? You're a hell of a good kid. You're a hell of a good kid, and I would do it right now. But I kind of alluded to this earlier. It makes it difficult for me to adopt anyone when I house a domestic terrorist and I'm suspected of murder. Thanks to you.
Oh, cry everyone a river. Why don't you take that neck gaiter off and use it to soak up your tears?
So anyway, yeah, it's complicated right now. But if I can get through those things, I'll bring you home to Pappy's lap, Jackie. Yeah, come on home to Daddy. So, all right, Chase Perkins. Can God make a burrito so big that he cannot eat it? Chase, you know what? I don't like speaking for other people, and the last person I ever want to speak for is God. But I will tell you, if anybody could make a burrito so big, that big, it would be him. I think he'd probably eat it all, but if he did, I wouldn't want to be by the smaller throne room in the next morning, if you know what I mean. But anyway, thank you, Chase. That was the last question. So, guys, thanks for tuning in. That's the first FAQ or Q&A I've really had. Like I said before, I did a couple in the past, but they were one question one time, I think, and then 2 times of nothing. So I was really considering never doing it again. But using some of these new questions that came from Facebook and then the old YouTube questions, we actually had a full episode here. So I appreciate. Oh man, is this coffee or what? Yeah, I'm happy about the episode. Not so happy about having you back in my life. But yeah, thanks guys. That's a fabulous. Yeah, God. I think it's this coffee. I'm starting to cough and everything else. What the hell kind of coffee is this anyway, George? Got another cup of it in here. Folger's Morning COVID. You son of a bitch. You no good. Son of a bitch. Perhaps you'll try this, George. I can't be killed. I can't be killed. Metal Cave goes on. Thanks for tuning in. Hope I answered some of your questions. Sorry if I was a little rude. Sometimes I'm a little bit of a grumpy guy sometimes, so apologize for that. But you know what? Keep it mental. Keep banging your heads. Just bang it!
Ha 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 ha!